Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty is a masterfully crafted novel that weaves together mystery, dark humor, and emotional depth, exploring themes of friendship, domestic violence, trauma, and the social expectations placed on women. The novel follows the intertwined lives of three women, Madeline, Celeste, and Jane, who live in the picturesque coastal town of Pirrawee, Australia. While on the surface, their lives appear glamorous and perfect, beneath the facade, they each struggle with deep personal challenges. As the story unfolds, we are drawn into a gripping narrative that builds toward a dramatic school trivia night, where long-held secrets and tensions finally explode, leading to a shocking act of violence. Plot summary. The novel is structured in a dual timeline, where the present-day police investigation into a death at the trivia night is interwoven with past events that slowly reveal the escalating conflicts leading up to the tragedy. From the very beginning, the book grips readers with a sense of intrigue. Someone has died, but we don't know who the victim is or who is responsible. Through a series of interviews with school parents and officials, we get glimpses of a deeply divided community, rife with gossip, judgment, and hidden animosities. At the heart of the novel are three women, each facing her own battle. Madeline Mackenzie is a fiery, outspoken woman with a strong sense of justice and loyalty. She has a happy marriage with her husband Ed, but is still haunted by her past marriage to Nathan, who abandoned her when their daughter Abigail was a baby. Now, Nathan has returned to town with his new wife, Bonnie, a calm and seemingly perfect woman whom Madeline both resents and envies. Madeline also struggles with her relationship with Abigail, who has grown closer to Bonnie and begins rejecting her mother's influence. Celeste Wright is breathtakingly beautiful and wealthy, seemingly living the perfect life with her handsome husband, Perry, and their twin sons. However, behind closed doors, Celeste suffers from severe domestic abuse. Perry is both loving and violent, alternating between showering Celeste with affection and brutally assaulting her. Celeste is trapped in a toxic cycle, justifying his behavior and struggling with the shame and fear that prevent her from leaving. She convinces herself that she must stay for the sake of her children, though deep down, she knows the violence will inevitably affect them. Jane Chapman is a young, single mother who has just moved to Pirrawee with her son, Ziggy. She is quiet, reserved, and carries the trauma of an assault from her past. Ziggy is accused of bullying a classmate, Amabella, the daughter of a powerful and influential mother, Renata Klein. This accusation creates an immediate divide among the school parents, with Jane being ostracized and unfairly judged. While Jane is unsure whether Ziggy is capable of bullying, she also begins to question if his biological father, who raped her during a one-night stand, has somehow passed down violent tendencies. As the novel progresses, the three women form an unlikely bond, supporting each other through their struggles. Jane confides in Madeline and Celeste about the trauma that led to Ziggy's birth, while Celeste begins to confront the reality of her abusive marriage, especially as she notices how the twins are beginning to mimic Perry's violent behavior. Meanwhile, the school drama intensifies, fueled by competitive parenting, gossip, and social hierarchies. The conflict between Renata and Jane escalates as other parents take sides, leading to an ongoing feud that contributes to the novel's growing tension. But beneath these seemingly trivial disputes lies a darker reality, secrets, abuse, and repressed emotions that will ultimately lead to disaster. Key themes and analysis. The facade of perfection. One of the novel's strongest themes is the contrast between appearance and reality. From the outside, Madeline, Celeste, and Jane each seem to have their lives together, but as we delve deeper into their stories, we see the cracks beneath the surface. Moriarty masterfully highlights how people often present a carefully curated version of their lives to the world while struggling with pain, fear, and insecurity in private. Celeste's story is the most striking example of this. As the wife of a wealthy, successful man, she is admired and envied by other women. However, her life is a nightmare of violence and manipulation. Her reluctance to leave Perry reflects the psychological complexities of abusive relationships. Victims often struggle with self-blame, shame, and fear of the unknown. Jane also hides a painful past. Though she appears quiet and unassuming, she carries the weight of an assault that continues to haunt her. Her journey in the novel is one of self-acceptance and healing, as she learns to let go of the past and redefine her future. Domestic abuse and its lasting effects. One of the most powerful aspects of Big Little Lies is its raw and unfiltered portrayal of domestic violence. Celeste's experience highlights the emotional, psychological, and physical toll of abuse. Moriarty does not present Celeste as a weak character. She is intelligent, strong, and capable, but she is also deeply trapped in a cycle of manipulation and fear. The novel challenges the misconception that domestic violence only happens to weak women. Instead, it shows how even the most seemingly empowered individuals can fall victim to psychological control and physical harm. The book also examines the impact of abuse on children. Celeste's biggest fear is that her sons will grow up to become like their father. Her internal struggle is heartbreaking. Should she stay in an abusive marriage to protect her children from the pain of divorce, or should she leave to break the cycle of violence? The novel ultimately delivers a powerful message. Staying in an abusive relationship for the sake of children is never the right choice, as they inevitably absorb the toxic environment. The power of female friendship. While Big Little Lies is filled with dark themes, it also highlights the strength of female friendship. Madeline, Celeste, and Jane form a bond that becomes their greatest source of support. They lift each other up, challenge each other, and ultimately help one another find courage. The novel emphasizes that solidarity among women can be a powerful force for change, especially in situations of abuse, trauma, and societal judgment. The climactic ending. The novel's suspense builds up to the infamous trivia night, where all tensions reach a boiling point. In a shocking revelation, we learn that Perry, the seemingly perfect husband, is the one who assaulted Jane years ago, making him Ziggy's biological father. When Celeste finally stands up to Perry, he becomes aggressive. In the chaos, Bonnie, Madeline's ex-husband's wife, pushes him to his death. Bonnie's actions are motivated by her own past experiences with domestic violence. Rather than framing the incident as a murder, the women band together, agreeing to tell the police that Perry's death was an accident. This act of unity and protection underscores the novel's theme of female empowerment and resilience. Final thoughts. Big Little Lies is a compelling and thought-provoking novel that seamlessly blends humor, suspense, and deep emotional insight. It explores critical social issues, from domestic abuse to the pressures of motherhood, in a way that is both engaging and impactful. Moriarty's writing style is sharp, witty, and deeply human, making this book a must-read for fans of psychological fiction. What do you think about Big Little Lies? Did you find its themes and characters relatable? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth book discussions.